Hey guys, back with another video, this time a hard Magnus solo with the buddy's Pally. Now he's around 32k physical attack, so not as much gear as the dual blade that I did on my previous video or my Demon Slayer, but still got the job done. So one of the beautiful things about Pally is it has a lot of utility, a lot of survivability. It has a 30-second iframe with Sank. It has a stun on a 1-minute cooldown, and it has a self-heal, and it obviously has threaten. And one of the things I learned when I watched the Pally on YouTube do hard Magnus was he has this upcharge ability that I'll try to attempt to use later on in the fight, but it's pretty difficult to get the timing right. So I'll probably mess it up along the way, and I think it causes me to die a few times or get hit and throw off my run. See, oh, I used it right there. Very nice. And then so I just go through the rotation of hard Magnus. You see I already used my stun, which I'll tell you about more throughout the fight. And Pally actually has pretty decent burst. Oh, there I tried to use my upcharge. Messed up the timing a little bit. Kind of threw me off. Had to use a few PEs there. But like I was saying, Pally has pretty decent burst with its V-skill, weapon aura, and its level 200. So it actually chunks it down pretty well, even though this Pally doesn't have the best of gear. And then as you can see, I'll have my Sank up pretty soon, my stun back off cooldown. So I try to test out using his stun ability right here while he's doing his dash ability. It actually ended up skipping the debuff, the slow skill, so I had to use my Sank immediately to survive that ability. It wasn't ideal, but it was me just getting used to it early on in the fight, and I knew I had my Sank up as kind of a last resort if I screwed it up like I did. So that was what I did right there. It didn't cause any harm, it didn't take a death, but I know now when to use my stuns better in the end at the later part of the fight. And so now that I don't have my iframe ability up, I have to be a little bit more careful, play a little bit more defensive, because I know I don't have that get out of jail free card that I'm used to having. Right, so I go through the rotation here. Wasn't too bad. I think I used 3 PEs so far. There I tried to use the dash ability just to test it out. I don't feel too comfortable with it like a normal Pally does. I screwed up right there. I don't know what happened, but I got out of it fortunately, using only 1 PE. And then I'm just waiting for pretty much the rotation, manipulating the dash ability, using my heals when I can. Pally has a lot of self heals, which is really nice. It's a little slower ability, but I got used to it. And so here, just going through the rotation again, nothing crazy. You see the HP bar is getting, it's not chunking him down like I used to at the beginning of the fight. But now that I have my offensive cooldowns back up, I'm going to start bursting him down. I have Sank up right here, so I'm trying to maximize my DPS while my offensive cooldowns are up. And I actually decided to hold on to my stun for a later time. So I'm really here just going through the rotation, just standing under the boss because I have my Sank up. I know I'm not going to die. And making sure that I'm keeping hard Magnus in a good position, making sure that I know he's going to dash in the direction I want him to. So this time I'm going to force him left right here. So I'm going to move to the left just a little bit and dodge at the last second. I took damage from that orb, but I healed up using my self-heal. Don't have to use a PE, which is nice. And then I'm going to go through, surviving, just trying to avoid as much damage as I can while I don't have my iframe up. Just dodging, weaving in and out of the force field. And then here, I think I stun it right there because I was kind of in a weird position. I didn't have anywhere to go to dodge that next dash spin ability. And then I'm going to die right there because I hit by the dash and I didn't use my heal quick enough. So this is where it gets kind of scary towards the end. I die. I get lucky right there. There wasn't any poison or orbs. You notice I tried to get inside the force field for as long as possible, waiting to the last minute. I got lucky that the spin ability right there got skipped. And then right here, I'm kind of in a bad position, so I'm not attacking at all, and I'm trying to force him to dash into to the left and avoid orbs at the same time. And then my iframe is back up, so I'm going to use it right here after this skill, this drop down skill right here, so that I can maximize my DPS. I don't use it there, and I think I'm going to use it right here. Nope. Instead, I die, take 104k orb to the face. Then I use my sank right here to get back into the fight. Pretty bad misplay right there. Cost myself a death when I had my iframe available, but it also allowed me to get back into the fight. I had it available after my death. I stun it right here so I can avoid that second fly-up ability, and I can get as much uptime on the boss as possible and maximize my iframe ability as well. And so here I'm getting it pretty low. I'm kind of in a weird spot right here. Kind of scary where I don't have any outs and the orbs are coming fast. So I'm being very careful with my positioning. I'm trying to heal up using my self-heal as much as I can right there. Hoping and waiting for good RNG with the orbs and for my sank to come back up, my iframe. But I get pretty lucky with orb RNG. It's a pretty clear field at the moment, so I can dodge in and out, right? Just trying to move, stay in the force field as much as possible, not to avoid the dot damage. You see, I'm not spamming my abilities like crazy towards the end here. I'm really just trying to position myself as best as possible, avoid any damage, and then attack when I can and I feel safe. And here I'm going to down him right here. So overall, that was a pretty good run for my first time playing Pally. A lot of similarities to my Demon Slayer, a lot of similarities to a Phantom, which I've played before. So if you want to see another point of view, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.